Hi everyone, Kat Y here. Welcome back to my channel. On this channel, if you're new here, we love to chat all things emotions. This is a bit of a spiritual vlog for me where I like to identify emotions that have come up during the week, and then I try to understand them and transform them to the best of my capacity at this moment. Today we're talking about judgment. And I think we're all very familiar with judgment. We've all been guilty of judging others. And judgment is, when it boils down to it, it's the fear of being judged ourselves. So we judge other people first. And, I've been really working hard to stop judging others. And with that, I've seen a transformation happen in my own life where now I can understand where that judgment comes from. Now that I've released judgment of others, it's shown me the judgment that I hold for myself. And it turns out that I am my worst critic. Yep. It's not my parents. It's not my boss. It's me. I am the hardest critic of myself. And that's like a hard truth to kind of swallow, that I could be so hard on myself and so unaccepting of my journey. I've been working with the notion lately of releasing expectations and assumptions. I think I get stuck in the woulda, coulda, shouldas. Like I expected more from myself. I assume better things are going to start happening for me. And it just leads to disappointment and then judgment of being unhappy with my journey and where I'm at, where I should just be really, really thankful. I work really hard to transform where I am. And, in the physical, it doesn't feel like I've transformed a lot. I feel very stagnant in the physical. But emotionally and spiritually, I have grown tenfold. And it's the invisible growth that the world can't see that then I judge myself on the most. Just recently, I've been on a job search. Just a bit of background knowledge. I was a pastry chef and I had my own business, and I dissolved that business to kind of transform myself into a new passion, which is writing and educating about emotions. And I was looking for some part-time work in administration or customer service just to kind of supplement, pay my bills as I explore this new field. And unfortunately, I wasn't getting any job interviews. And the only job interview I got was to go back and work in a kitchen. And I was not happy. At the start, I was grateful because I just needed to get some income coming in. But after the day's work and having experienced myself go back into the kitchen, I was so sad and defeated and, yeah, just in a rural state yesterday. And it took a while to kind of process it. Obviously, I was tired as well. Like, my body doesn't do work like that anymore. It's such strenuous work, such physical work, and I don't have those muscles like I used to. But also it's just this underlying disappointment of here I am back again working in the kitchen, that my life hasn't progressed. And, that's just me being my harshest critic again, like, of course I'm different. I might be back in the kitchen, but I'm a different person. And I walked around that kitchen with so much different swagger. Like, I had 100% confidence, and the people who were training me, I was showing them better ways to do things, not in a glutey kind of way, but just in a hey, have you ever thought about doing it like this? And I just had the confidence, and I did it in such a lovely, genuine kind of way as well, just to kind of cement myself in my position in the place, that I wasn't going to be a pushover, and I do know what I'm doing, but I'm really humble at the same time. And, I'm just here to earn some money. This is not for my career development. I don't want your job. But yeah, like last night, I was in such a tiz with myself that I was working back in the kitchen, and the shame of that and the judgment that I put upon myself, that I was a failure. And that's not true, because I am completely different and I have different priorities now. I'm no longer doing cookery as a passion. I'm doing it for income, and that income will supplement higher learning that I can go and progress into a new career of becoming more confident in my writing and putting it out there in the world. So a lot of forgiveness work of, forgiving myself for being so hard, forgiving my little inner child for being so critical of herself, and, my parents have been so critical of me as well, and just releasing all that with gratitude. We all expect the best of ourselves because we all just want to progress, but in this human experience, we all know it doesn't quite happen that way. And transformation comes in layers, and it takes time, and you can't skip steps. You can't jump steps. It just doesn't work like that. You have to go through every little layer. And maybe I have to be in this kind of one foot in one new career and one foot back in the old career, for me to kind of have this moment of clarity of just, not accepting where I am right now. Because this is all I have, is right now. I can't get stuck in the assumptions and expectations. Yeah, and the suffering that I allow myself to feel because of this judgment, and suffering is just an illusion as well. Like, obviously I feel the suffering, but the actual element of the suffering is all, fictitious in my mind. Yeah, there is no reason to suffer. I'll go in that kitchen and I will bust out some food, and I'll do my best, and I'll claim my paycheck at the end of the week, and I'll pump it into higher education or self-love, or pay my rent for safety and security, and push on. Yeah, so obviously this is just the start of the process of releasing judgment, and I'm sure we'll come back to it at some stage, but it is the thing that eats away at me the most, I think, of how critical I can be. And I see it in my parents. They're so critical of themselves. Of course I was going to adopt that kind of mindset, but it stops today. Well, it starts to stop today. I can recognize it, I can distance myself from it, and I'm just going to be in the moment now and just cherish my journey. Because this is not going to stay stagnant. It's going to change. And it's always going to evolve into something better. So I've gone into a habit of reading poetry with every video at the moment. And I have a poem called Regret. And it seems quite suitable. It's a short one. Yeah, listen up. I'll go quite quickly. But yeah, I quite like this one. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. We love wallowing in regret. What if this? What if that? What if I can turn back time? Dreaming in a state of delusion. Live for today. Live in this moment. Live in the now. Because this is what has actually happened. And this is what I actually cannot change. No more judgment. Cannot change it. Just is what it is. I am Kat having the human experience. No more expectations, no more judgment, just flow. Just flow with life. No more judgment. I can't judge if I'm just flowing. I am moving through the doors that are presented to me that feel the most delicious in the moment. That is all. Everything else is judgment. Yeah. With that, I love you all, and I release judgment of you, as I hope you release judgment of me. And I hope this kind of resonates and you can kind of relate it in with your own life, where you are your own worst critic. Yeah, and just, you know, just love yourself. Just spend some extra time today loving yourself, and maybe journaling about all the things that you love about your life and accept about your life, even the bad things. Yeah, and then forgive yourself about it as well. Because, it's never been a better time to be alive in amongst all the craziness. All right, so that's it for today. Yeah, thank you. Remember that you are not alone. We're all having the same emotions, and that you are loved. Thank you. Peace.